Hello Redditors, welcome back to Tales Against Humanity. Now, let's get started. In today's episode, still using Windows XP in 2020, but that is not the worst part. About 2 years ago, I was subcontracting for an on-site tech support company. I would be assigned a job and would have to go to the customer's house or business and fix their IT problems. One afternoon, I got sent out to a job because a customer's email was not working. When I arrived, I was shown inside by the customer. He was an old guy, probably in his mid-80s. He took me to where the computer was. The computer looked like it was from about 2005, and it was hooked up to a tiny 15-inch LCD monitor. I turned on the computer and waited a good 5 minutes for Windows XP to boot up. It was extremely slow. Once it booted up, I opened up the browser, which was Internet Explorer. It came up with a page cannot be displayed message. It then noticed that the network icon on the taskbar said disconnected. I was confident that I had worked out the customer's problem, so I asked him if this was the problem he was having, but he said no. He then told me to close Internet Explorer, which I did, and he directed me to an icon on the desktop. It was the dial-up connection shortcut. I was shocked and amazed that dial-up ISP still exists and that people still use it. So I connected to the internet and clicked on the only bookmark, which was a link to Hotmail. Outlook.com obviously didn't load because the dial-up was too slow, as well as the browser outdated. Ended up telling the customer that he needed to get a broadband internet connection and to call up his ISP and organize a new internet connection. I also told him that he needed a new computer. He didn't want a new computer but did agree to getting a broadband connection. I had to spend the next hour with him on the phone to the ISP because he was too deaf to hear them his phone. Landline, of course. In the end, I installed some version of Firefox, which was able to load the Outlook webmail, and left him on hold with the ISP to organize for the technician to come out to install his internet connection. Story 2. To your job. I worked in the corporate office for a construction company which also supported our call center and our remote offices. 8 remote offices when I was there. The remote offices were mainly just a warehouse to store our equipment and 1-2 rooms that were used for training and onboarding. The remote offices were all over the East Coast. This ticket was for a remote office about 2.5 hours away from the corporate office. This issue happened on a Friday. Cast, me equals op. Team lead equals TL. Warehouse employee, we. Office manager, ops manager, bopsum, boss of OM. Submits a ticket stating the printer is out of toner. Op, call the OM. Thank God you called. I have 2 training classes and the printer is stating out of toner. I need you or someone to get here now to change this so I can finish up printing the new hire paperwork. It's been down for 20 minutes and they're going to come back for lunch soon. Op, okay, I understand. There should be toner in the closet next to you office. If you can get it, I can walk you through now to switch out the toner. No honey, that's not my job. I don't work in IT. I need you or the vendor to come out and do the job we pay you to do. The company I worked for had a big team player mentally, and that's not my job, isn't taken very well. Sighs to myself. My TL sits right in front of me, and we don't have a divider wall, so he can sense that something's going on at this point. Okay, so I just want to be clear, saying this so my TL can hear what's going on. Your main printer is out of toner, and you have 2 training classes that are about to come back for lunch, and you are refusing to look for more toner in the closet to replace it because that's not your job. TL starts laughing a little because he knows who I'm talking to. OM has been with the company for a while and is well known to be a pain. It's not my job. I just need this done or we can't continue with classes, and that will be on you to explain to the training manager, ops manager, and the owner. This company is all about image, so any negative impact we could have on a new employee or customer is pretty much a death sentence. Okay, let me see what I can do for you. I'll give you a call back ASAP. Hangs up. TL, is that OM from X office? Yup. TL, OM just needs toner replaced. Yup. TL, call we and have him to do it. He always likes to help. When you're done with we, call her boss Opsum and let him know. All right, calls we and asks him to replace the toner. We laughs. I think I just heard the convo you had with OM. OM is in a bit of a mood today, huh? Yeah, you can say that again. We laughs louder. Yeah, I'll replace the toner 2 seconds. I hear him replace the toner and hear the printer start printing again. All right, man, it's all set. I owe you a beer. I'll remember that when I see you again. I can now hear OM in the background asking what he was doing. I hear say that he replaced the toner, and heard OM getting mad, but couldn't hear what she was saying. You're gonna get a phone call, my guy. Brace yourself. Op, I heard some of that. Yeah, thanks for the heads up. I got you. Disconnects. OM calls me on my direct line. Op, hi who do you think you are? Op, I'm sorry. I am the office manager, and you don't have a right to call my employees and tell them to do things. I run this office, not you. Op, I'm sorry, OM. I ran this issue by my TL, and we both agreed that the fastest way to get you back up and running was to have we replace the toner since he knows and is willing to do it. Stop having others to do your job for you. Don't you ever do that again, or I will have you wrote up. Yet good luck with that. I thought to myself. Op, again I apologize and tell OM I will not do that again. OM hangs up. These calls are all recorded. TL pulls all the 3 calls and sends them to me. I called Opsum and let him know what happened. I send him the call recordings and he tells me to have a good weekend and he will take care of it. Monday morning when I get into the office. TL, hey Op, check out the new HR workflow we got. I open our ticketing system and there is was. OM got terminated Friday after I left. Opsum comes up to me about 20 minutes after I get in. Apologies to me about how OM treated me and said that they were looking to get rid of OM but needed a good reason, and they gave her a very good reason too. I get being frustrated at work and having a bad day but damn, IT is just trying to help. Story 3. The architect of his own doom. So here's another from FTTP Tech Support Hell. I love my job, but sometimes we do get the UK equivalent of a curved ball. Over here, the actual cable networks are owned by other companies, depending on where you live. The ISP then rents that cable. Therefore, whenever we sign up a customer, we have to write records that can be viewed by all parties and link them together using the relevant numbers from each cable provider, ISP, and exchange. Similarly, when we end service, as they change ISP, we have to cease with all 3 of those services. Today, I got a call that seemed deceptively simple. Customer, my internet's not working. Let me explain. I signed up for a 625, then upgraded to the 900. We've heard nothing about the upgrade to 900 for ages until this morning when it seems ISP decided to just cut everything off. Well, that doesn't sound right. Let me take a look at your account and do some investigation. What I then see are a C's worth of create, then cease requests over and over about 6 times. I also see an FTTP handshake error I've never seen before. My jaw drops. Bear with me. I'm just going to pop you on hold while I grab a supervisor. There's an error on here I've never seen before. Customer, I work from home. We can't be having this. Every day my internet's down. I'm losing money. I appreciate that must be difficult. But this is why we recommend the work from home and business packages to people in these situations. Priority repairs and compensation for monies lost. You will receive the mandated automatic compensation for your situation, but the rest is down to you, I'm afraid. Customer, incoherent grumbling. I'll be as quick as I can, okay? Give me 2 or 3 minutes. I want to get the right help and get this right for you. I go on hold. I run to one of the team leaders. He doesn't recognize the error either. He goes to find me someone with ops training and they arrive, and we begin piecing it together. We find the most recent order was ceased with a code I was informed belonged to another company. So I'm asked to check if the customer signed up with another provider. Hello, thank you for holding. Me and my supervisor. We're just working on the problem together. Can I just ask, have you signed on with another provider? Well, yeah. A week after I ordered the 900, I signed on with competitor, internally. That would have been useful information 10 minutes ago, not me. So here's the situation. I could try to reallocate this line, but all that'll happen is your new provider will place another cease with cable provider and cut you off again. They seem to be in the process of setting up your access, so you can't be far from your installation date. I suggest you speak to your new provider. No, you're right. Thank you very much. You've been very clear about what needs to be done. If I'd had this kind of service last week, I'd not have switched. Can I take your name? Sure, it's me, got him. Thank you very much. I'll make sure to put it on the survey. Story 4. How did I work with it? When I worked for one of my former employers, HR hired a new accountant, and sent her to our help desk so we can provide a laptop. A couple of hours later, she comes back with a laptop and asks us, how do I work with it? We spent a couple minutes trying to figure out what exactly she didn't understand. It turned out that she had never worked on computers at all. Sometimes I'm just amazed how the HR department recruits such characters. She got fired the same day.